There's nothing perfect when it comes to nature.
Exactly.
Kids are some way, so you need to know what they want exactly. Do you understand? Layer your cakes on a flat surface. Make sure that where you're working is flat like this. You cannot be working in a very dirty environment. And if you don't bring them, they will complain. I can't see the chicken. I can't see this one.
Hello. Welcome to today's podcast. I'm Josephine and I'm your host for today. Today we're having a birthday cake, a Moena team birthday cake, and Anne here is taking us through it. She is from Sugar City. Stay tuned and enjoy today's podcast. Hi, Anne.
Yes.
So I want you to take us through what you're about to do here today.
Oh, okay. Today, I want to design this beautiful cake for my little girl at home.
Wow.
And we are going to work with whipped cream. And I have some cakes here. I have vanilla and then chocolate.
You can see.
Yes.
They look yummy.
Yeah. Very yummy. So I'll start by going through what I'll be using. I have my scraper here.
Okay.
And then this one too, my cutter, my bubble straws, and then skewers. So I'll be using them.
Can I see what a skewer is?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, okay.
This one will support the cake. Likewise, this one too.
Nice.
So all of them, they play a certain role in the structure of the cake.
Wow.
I'll do it for you to see.
All right.
So when I'm frosting my cake, I'll start with a little bit of whipped cream.
Okay.
Yes.
So what did you use for the whipped cream? How is it made?
Okay, this is a powdered cream.
Okay.
Then I use chilled water.
All
You
right.
can also use chilled milk.
All right.
It tastes like farm milk, and most people
Can I have
like
a
it.
taste?
Yes, just a little bit. I'll just give you small. Yeah.
It's actually very nice. I think it tastes like ice cream.
Yes, it's ice cream cake. People call it ice cream cake.
Yeah.
And I have my board. This is what I'm going to work on. My cakes, I'll look at the one that is heavier. It goes down. So I'll start with my vanilla cake. Just a little bit of the cream here for it to stick. And I'll put
So I know, like I have a little knowledge about baking. And would you call this oil base or?
This is butter.
Oh, okay.
Yes, the vanilla is butter. Then I just put a little bit of cream in it. And then the next one, most of the time, I'll put my dense cake down.
Okay.
Yes. And before I continue, I have a rule. I need to put my stretcher. And there's a bubble straw.
Okay.
And I'll cut it. I'll cut it to the size of there. And I'll put the last one in.
So what does it do?
Okay, it actually prevents the cake from collapsing.
Oh, okay. So if it firms holds the cake.
Yeah, it
firm.
holds the foundation. You know, when we are building, you need to make sure you have a strong foundation.
foundation.
That is what I'm doing.
Right.
And after the bubble straw, I've already cut my board. There's a light board. It will go inside the cake. Did you get it? Yes. So it will go inside the cake. I've already made a hole in the center. So just a little.
Easy penetration.
Yes. Yes. So the board will go inside, and I'll have my bubble straw, another one in the center. So every cake that I do, I'll have a central pool connecting all the four cakes or the
together.
number of layers of cake that I have. Yeah. Then the next
Yeah,
one.
so there's this confusion about what a layer is and what a tier is. So which one makes a layer? Which one makes a tier?
These four are called layers. And then the
Okay.
tier is just
When
going
they
to be
are put
everything. When I put everything together. Yes. So the cream, it depends on how much you want cream.
Yeah.
Then I put this one. As I'm layering, I'm trying to make sure it is straight. Because once you build your foundation, correcting it becomes a problem. Yes. And I'll add my last layer. Just a little bit of cream here.
Hope you're enjoying it.
Okay, so now you can see it's not very straight. But at the end of the day, it will be straight. It will be straight.
So I want to know, mostly when you start with the process, do you already have what the design you're making in mind, or do you get the design as you work? Like, how do you go about your
Okay, most of the
strategy?
time a client calls me and tell me I want a Moena cake, I want Spider-Man cake. That I know what he or she wants. But in a case whereby she calls me and tell me that, oh, my son is turning this 6 years, I'll go with a follow-up question. do they like character cakes? Like they have
Okay.
some specific characters that they watch on TV.
Okay.
You know, kids are some way, so you need to know what they want
They
exactly.
want.
Do you understand? So when the client calls me, mentions the character, I know what I'm doing. If they don't, I ask. If they say they don't have anything, then I'll look at the age and then decide what will suit them.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
So after my bubble straws, the next one I'll use my skewers. I'm going to do 4 corners.
Okay.
I want to thread this thing, edges, from the edge to the down of the cake. So the last cake will get it. Sometimes when you put it, it comes out. It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Usually I'm going to put the cream on, nobody will see it. So I'll connect it. It can go down, it can also stay. But what I'm trying to do is I'm connecting the top
the
to the
corners.
down. That is it. Okay. Now I'll just look at my cake. My cake is doing this. It's nearly like that. Yes. So I'll take my knife and then I'll trim just a little.
Okay. Doesn't it reduce the cake? Maybe someone asked for a 6 inches cake and you are cutting my 6 inches cake. It's not fair.
So I'm not cutting your cake. All that I'm trying to do is I am making the cake straight.
Okay.
If I don't make the cake straight, I'll have to add more cream.
Cream.
And then that is going to be a lot of, that's what I want to say. So I'm trimming the cake just a little bit.
You're
Forget about the
trimming my
way
cake.
the cake is slanted. Once I put the cream, you not see
You
it.
not see it.
Yes. But as a beginner or someone, you need to make sure your cake is very straight.
Straight.
Do you understand? So I'll just trim a little. Sometimes someone will ask me, why is it that I'm not using the turntable? Because that's the rule of the turntable. I don't trim my cake like this on a turntable. I'll do it flat, on a flat surface, before I carry it on the turntable.
Okay.
The reason
Why?
is it keeps tilting. This is not stable.
It moves.
So once the load goes on it keeps going like that.
It won't help the cause because you're trying to make it straight.
Yeah. So don't get it wrong. That I have a turntable, I'm trying to do it manually. No. This is
We're
how
learning from you, so.
Yeah, that's how I do it.
I know you're a pro and you're doing it like a pro, so advise we starters.
I advise all
learners.
beginners to start on a flat surface.
Alright.
Layer your cakes on a flat surface. Make sure that where you're working is flat like this. You layer it before you carry it onto a
Onto the
turntable.
turntable.
All right, now I'll carry it onto a turntable.
Help you.
Yeah, there's a non-slip mat.
Okay.
Yes, so this is it. Forget about how my cake is going. It's one of those things. All right, so I'll take extra cream. Now, mind you, this is a fresh cream. So before I do the crumb coat, I need to clean this one,
Yeah.
the spatula. All right, let me clear my kitchen. My worktop
Very
looks messy.
important.
Yes, it looks very messy, so let me clear it.
So you always clean.
Yeah,
in
there's a
between.
rule: clean as you go.
Yeah,
You cannot be working in a very dirty environment.
that's
You
good.
don't have to.
Clean as you go.
Yeah. So now I'll just do my crumb coating. Now, mind you, you hold the angle spatula the way you like. Some people do this, some people do that. I am very comfortable holding it like this way.
But is there a standard way of holding it?
Make sure you are like this.
Okay.
Make sure you like this. But most of the students or most starters, they find it difficult.
Difficult.
So this is crumb coating. Crumb coating.
Why do you need to crumb coat?
You see, you asked me the question, why are these particles on the board?
Yeah.
I am sealing in the crumbs that I trimmed.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's very, very important. If you don't do, at the end of the day, your cake will have a lot of crumbs in your
Yeah.
final.
And we don't want that.
Yes. Okay. So anytime I want to touch, obviously I need to get another spoon or something to take clean cream.
You make it seem so easy.
It's very easy. It's very, very easy.
Are you sure it's easy, or it's just that you're used to it?
I'm not used to it. It's easy. Once you get hold of it, that's it. You know how to hold your spatula. It's okay. All right.
Okay, so now after from coating, what next?
The next thing is you need a scraper. You know, it doesn't look smooth.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to just use my scraper. I'm using acrylic scraper. You can use a metal one. Anyone that you're comfortable with.
Which one do you advise?
Metal.
But why then are you using acrylic?
I just want a change.
Okay.
I want people to know how to use acrylic too. So now, anyway, I feel like it's short, I will add up with my crumbs. Now,
You actually said you were going to make it straight, and it is straight.
yes,
Kudos.
I am trying to balance the slant here. It happens sometimes when you have a slanted cake, you can even hide some small cake somewhere. Nobody will see because it will blend with the cream. Do you get it? Now, the reason why I did this is because I want to clear road for a proper frosting. I cannot have it bumpy like that.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on there. So I clear road now. I'm going to do the icing. All right. Now, mind you, a lot of people are cutting down a lot of things. Like what? Sugar,
Yeah.
milk, everything. So, mind you, the cream that you are putting on the cake, if you put too much, they will not eat the cream. They will just scrape it and then. So now, as a baker, you shouldn't be stingy with your cream, and then you shouldn't put so much. It's two things. You need to fall within. It's very, very important. It's very, very important. Some people will carry 1 inch cream onto the cake. Now, if I am frosting, I'll put a load like this, just size, and then I'll just massage it small. I'll call it massage. So I'm spreading it. That is the thing. You spread it. Now you have to be generous with it.
Okay.
You start from the base. Some people start from the top. Anyone that works for you, me, I start from the base.
Okay.
Now you see, the size of cream I'm putting on is not even up to 1/2 inch.
Yeah. We see.
But have you frosted cake yourself? No, I'm
Yes,
not
I
sure.
have.
Okay, it's on to you.
So you keep on.
I'm spreading the cream around the cake.
Okay.
Now, it's
1/2 inch, like you said.
even a little bit,
Lesser.
yes. But make sure you don't see the cake.
Okay.
It's very, very important. Make sure you don't see the cake.
But wouldn't it melt?
It won't melt. You know, there are some products that will stay for a long time.
So can you recommend any
No, I
product?
don't want to recommend any. But all the products on the market, they are very, very okay.
Very good.
Yes. They are very, very okay. I've tried all of them. Any whipped cream is fine. So I'll come to the top. Then just a little here. Now, anywhere you see, you need to.
It's coming together.
Yeah. Okay, so the next thing I'll do is I'll put my cream here. Then there's something called scraping. I'm going to scrape again with my. Then I'll scrape from 12 to 6. You see how I've applied makeup? When I'm sweating, I want to do small.
Touch-ups.
This is how you do your cake too.
Okay.
Because when you put so much pressure, the cake will come out, and then you see it in the cream.
So little by little.
Just a little bit. And then before I even do my 12 to 6, I try to do this one. I'm only spinning the turntable
While
to
you
make sure
position
that
your scraper.
yeah. So I go back like this. Now, anytime I'm working, I need to stand in front of my cake from head to toe. That is from my hip to. I need to make sure that the cake, down here to the top, they are all straight.
Straight.
It's very, very important.
Yeah, it's very straight. I can see that too.
Yeah, sometimes when you check it's not straight, then what will you do? You have to use cream to correct your mistakes. So the last part of it is I'm going to apply, I want it color. So I'm going to apply yellow on it. You know, Moena, like there's
It's
a lot of yellow
colourful.
going on there. So
Yeah.
I'll put yellow color on it. So my yellow color goes in.
So why do you add the milk?
Yes, to make it smooth.
Why no water?
No, water will not make it. It might separate because I've already used water to whip it.
Okay.
But the milk makes it creamier,
Okay.
and that is what I'm looking for. Yeah. All right. So the next thing I'm going to do is I want to put the whole cake yellow.
Okay.
So I'm going to apply. Normally, when I'm applying the yellow, I'll put this on it. I use my
Spatula.
yeah. It makes it easier for me. It goes everywhere.
So we're turning our whole cake into yellow now?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be beautiful and so bright.
Yes.
I love the outcome, even though it's not even done already.
Yeah, I could have done texture with it, but I want to use grade line instead.
You don't want it to be all over.
Yeah,
Just
when I scrape, it will be all over.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but even if it's white and yellow, I'm okay.
But with a beginner, don't you think the white is going to come out of the instead of the yellow? So how do they go about so that it's...
That is why I started by saying when you have a makeup on your face and you are sweating, will you do you clean
Then
everything?
you
You only
wipe
dab
your
it.
face, yes.
You dab it. So that is how you're going to use your scraper, gentle on the cake.
Yeah, so we're still on the scraping and smoothing the cake, right?
Yeah.
And then, as you can see, we have a beautiful yellow cake. It's coming out so well. I love the yellow myself.
Yeah. So if you're in your kitchen, you need a big bowl to do this. If not, you just wet. Do you get it?
Yeah.
And that is it. Now I'm going to go 12 to 6.
Clockwise.
Yeah, gentle.
This is stunning.
I just want to have a little bit of evenness here. Then I'll take my grid lines. This one, there's a grid line.
You need more water again?
I need to wet this. Okay. So the next thing I'll do is the same. Now before I do this, I'll look for my front. This is my front. So I'm going to start from my back. Then I'll slant it.
Oh.
So when I get to where I want my back to be, I just stop. So
Okay.
this is my back, this is my front. Did you get it? Now I am not going to cut the top. Because I want a little bit of texture, a little bit of movement somewhere.
Okay.
Did you get it? I don't even need to clean the worktop because you are going to have sand on it.
Yeah.
And I will still apply a little bit of cream
On that.
on that. So I don't need to clean
So
that.
it can hold the sand.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So I'm going to make my sand. This is digestive that I've crushed. You can use any biscuit. So, you know we can't do Moena without sand.
Yeah. Moena is coming together so well. Me, for now, like we're not even done. I like the color. I love the yellow, the outcome, and the grading. Looks like the waves and all of that. I'm sure this child will really enjoy this cake.
She will. She will. You know, kids, they are very particular about things. You know,
Exactly.
sometimes when you don't put something on the cake, they're able to tell you.
Really?
Yeah. They can tell you that, oh, you didn't bring the sand. There's supposed to be a sand somewhere. Then the next thing is, you know, because girls like pink, I want to add a little bit of sprinkle. So I want to put a little bit of color on here before I finish with a little bit of sprinkle. Then a little bit of white, you know.
So
Right.
so you actually want texture, you want a lot of things going on, but would you advise that you make sure there are no you have to cut your edges, you have to, what would you advise?
Yeah, you see, the design I'm doing,
Okay.
we are doing something close to a little bit of sea, forest, like mixture. Do you get
Yeah.
it? And there's nothing perfect when it comes to nature.
Exactly.
So I need to make sure I have something that is not perfect there.
All right.
So that is the idea.
Makes sense.
A little bit. And for the sprinkle, I just need to have the highlight of the day. You need to come in. All right. So the next thing is, I am going to take this.
Okay.
This I made from sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's called isomalt. So when you go online, you know how to make isomalt. I just want to use this one to replicate.
But why don't you take us through it a little bit?
Okay, so you get your isomalt. They sell in the shops.
Okay.
Then you boil it. When you boil it, you get a rolling pin and a baking paper. You put it on and use fork or spoon to do this, and it will shape it like this. I just want to bring the sea waves. So this is going to. Where is my back? Where is my back?
Your back is here.
Now you see how the cake is looking. I can't even recognize.
This is the back.
So I am going to shift this one in here, and then another one here. I'm just trying to create sea waves.
Okay.
In here. Then sometimes a little bit of this, yeah. But mind you, isomalt is sugary. Do you get it? It's sugary. And sometimes it gives the small particles like this. So please, this small strands, you need to be very careful, else kids. So I want all the busy thing coming here because I still have things to come on top, so I can fix it anyway here. Then now my toys. The little princess will be on top, but because it will fall, I'll use a glue gun and then a skewer.
Yes. So the glue gun. Why are we using the glue gun?
Okay, so sometimes when I'm transporting the cake, you put it on in Uber. Before it gets to the destination, everything is sleeping on the cake. So you need to secure it well, and that is why I use a glue gun to go straight into the cake, and then it will be stable on there. It won't move during transportation.
So doesn't it hurt? Isn't it harmful? Is it not toxic?
Oh, you see, it's not toxic. Do you get it? It is something that is rubber. Do you get it? It's rubber. And then most of the crafts, like those who do craft, they use it. I am only applying it on the surface of the toy, not directly on the food.
Okay.
So obviously the kids are not going to eat this 3D thing.
All right.
And I use it when I use normal card print, or I'll use a glue gun.
Okay.
Kids will not take the paper and then eat it. But for you to be on a safer side, anytime you go, you just have to put a note that the toys are not edible. They are 3D. And then if you put anything like glue gun and all that, inform the parents or those who are cutting the cake.
Yeah,
if you are the one going to cut the cake, then obviously you will know that, okay, there's glue gun here, there's this. I apply it on whipped cream, fondant. It doesn't do anything.
In cases where you wouldn't be at the venue to like slice the cake and all of that, you give a
to the caretaker.
Note.
Yeah, a note on the box, the safety measures that they need to be taken, so that it will be a reference that you precaution.
Caution.
You get it? But when you leave it blank like that, and then something happens, obviously nothing will happen. Yeah. No child will carry this one and eat. Okay, nice. So the next thing is I'll put hair on top, like this, secured. You can see the pole is here.
And Moena is up there, finally.
And the baby girl, the little Moena, will just come and hide here with this man. Kids know their names.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you don't bring them, they will complain. I can't see the chicken. I can't see this one. Where is this? So this one can also
be behind Moena.
Yeah, it can be here behind. And this big guy.
This big guy needs to find
somewhere to stay. Yeah. So in a place where it's not standing, you have to use your glue gun. If not, you just choke it somewhere here.
Oh.
Do you get it? And it can be behind here. But I don't like covering faces of characters.
It's hiding behind Moena.
Yeah, it's hiding here. I can reposition this beautiful girl somewhere here.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Do you get it? And let's say if it is a birthday, you can put your happy birthday topper there. So happy birthday, and you print it, you put it here. If you have acrylic topper, you put a happy birthday, and that is it. You transport it safely. But me, anytime I'm done with frosting, I'll just put it back in the fridge for you to set.
Okay.
Yeah, before I send it out. Yeah.
So what are some of the things? Now we're done with our cake. As you can see, our cake is very stunning.
Yeah.
But there's no topper. But you can actually add your own creativity
topper.
in things like this.
Yeah.
You don't have to stick to hairs. But for beginners, this is something. Like myself, I've learned a lot of things here today. So is there anything you advise, any advice you have for viewers, for beginners, for advanced?
Okay, so for beginners or anyone who is a cake enthusiast, I don't know how you want to go about it. You should, like I said, you should know what you are really good at.
Yeah.
If you are good with whipped cream, you master it. If you are good at fondant, you master it. Now, in our field, you can be all round or you can just be one area, like good at one area, and you still sell.
Yeah.
If you are lucky, like me, I'm all around, I do everything, a little bit of everything, then you are just lucky. But if not, master on whatever you feel you are comfortable with. And use the right ingredient. It's very, very important. Fresh ingredients and then no expired expired ingredient.
Because this is for consumption. It's like 90% edible.
And always bake fresh.
Yeah.
Bake fresh and then frost for your customers. They stick with you when they eat fresh from you. That's all I can say to my viewers.
Oh, we really appreciate. I'm very sure that we've learned a lot, both beginners, both master class, like advanced students. So this is our cake, our birthday cake, character Moena cake, and our sis here, Miss Anne, took us through this. I hope we actually learned a lot.
Yeah.
And then see you next time on our podcast. This is Stedner School of Baking podcast. Thank you.
Thank you.